When we want to do something brave, and especially when there is something that we haven't done before, very often what happens, we come to the point in our project or the thing that we are doing that we start to feel the fear, and sometimes consciously or unconsciously we do something that makes that project or goal to fail. This is something that people very often call self-sabotage, or from archetypical point of view, it would be the saboteur. So, what to do and how to use this to your insight and your advantage. Stick with me and I will tell you. Hello, my name is Ruta. I am female coach, emotional well-being practitioner, trauma integration specialist, and holistic womb healing and feminine energy guide. So, what is the real reason why this part is sabotaging you? Sometimes you can hear this advice that you need to push through the fear and do it anyway, and that is not a bad advice, except when you already done this or try to do it and you find that it doesn't work, and you are in this pattern where you repeatedly somehow self-sabotage yourself. So to understand how it works, first of all, you need to understand that you are not just one part, not the one that you call by your name, so not just Ruta, but there are parts within me that would be little Ruta, the child Ruta, the teenage Ruta, the leader Ruta, the victim Ruta, the saboteur Ruta. So there are lots of parts that would be taking this energetic position of archetypes, and there is way more of other parts that could be just fractured parts of self. It doesn't even have to have a name, and you don't even need to understand exactly what is the name of that part or what happened in order to work with it. So when you have this situation, when you are repeatedly sabotage yourself, what you need to understand that there is a part within you that, for whatever the reason, does not think that whatever you are doing is in the best of your interest. So you might consciously understand that, for example, starting new business or doing a presentation might be very good for you and for the best of your benefit. However, if you find that you are repeatedly fail in that situation, it could be that there is something in that situation that part feels is dangerous, unsafe, or against your best interest. So whatever you consciously identify with is something that you already conscious and you probably don't need to work with anymore. How to work with that part and to make that part work with you, you need also be willing to work with that part. The way you can go about it, you can do writing exercise or you can do dialogue exercise. If you're doing it on your own, writing exercise is probably easier. And then what you can do, you can just sit in that part that feels like whatever you are doing is not in the best interest. How to sit in that part? You can put yourself in a meditative state or relatively calm state by breathing, and then bring back to your mind situation where you remember that you last self-sabotaged yourself or you did something that was against your long-term goal. You allow that situation to come back into your mind, and then you imagine that you have a person or part or being in front of you that takes on that energy of that part that sabotage you. Don't need to be afraid. This is not really anything like a witchcraft or a voodoo. It's all to do with your own consciousness and getting to know yourself. And from my experience, it's easier to picture that as a separate part of you, as an individual part of you, as another person within you, which is also part of you, so that you could understand that person better, so that you don't make assumptions. As you do it, it will become more and more easier. So you imagine that whatever the part that does the sabotaging, stands in front of you. It can stand, it can sit, it can lay down, in whichever form. And then you just start talking to that part. Or you can ask that part to tell you what is so bad about that thing that you want to do. Why is that part is sabotaging you? Why is that part is interfering? So approach to that shouldn't be really as you are the bad guy here. The approach in that situation should be, okay, I really want to understand. I understand that whatever you do is for the reason, and I'm here to hear you out. So once you do that, and once you get the information from that part, you can do it by writing, you can do it just by having conversation with yourself. Yes, I know it might sound like a crazy person, but it's actually very, very effective. You don't know what is perspective of that other part and what that other part needs from you in order to be on board to whatever you are doing. So let's take example, starting new business or doing the presentation. Say that part says, I am worried that this new venture is reckless, and if we're going to do it, we will not have any stable means of income, and we're going to end up on the street. Say that's the information you got from that part. What you need to do then, you need to be then very creative in finding ways how that part can feel safe, not in a tricking her, not into convincing or pushing or bullying her into agreeing with you, but okay, so what would make you feel safe? So, for example, you make a plan to take a part-time job. You make a plan to diversify your streams of income. Let's do the other example about presentation. So what would happen if I just do this presentation and let's say that part says that, what if I mess up and then everybody will laugh at me? Then you know what you need to look for. Okay, what would make you feel safe? Let's make notes. Let's make bullet points. Let's have these notes in front of us. If we forget, I'm talking plural on purpose, because when you talk plural, you take into account your other part, and that other part feels like part of the whole, and that is very important. And then you find this other thing that would help that part to feel safe. So these are only two examples, but you can do it with everything. You can do it with anything that you feel like I'm getting stuck. And then once you get the information, what is that thing that is so scary? What is that thing that feels like it is not in the best interest of you? Then you can start working with it. As long as you don't know the reasons why this is happening, you cannot work with it. Once you listen to that part, no matter how angry you might be at that part, once you take that part point of view into consideration, things start to shift. So that's my process. That's the process that I use a lot with myself and also with the clients that I work. You can do it yourself very easily, but if you need my help and you want to work with me, you are welcome to connect with me via details that will be below this video. Other than that, have a beautiful day. My name is Ruta. I am female coach, emotional well-being practitioner, trauma integration specialist, and holistic womb healing and feminine energy guide. Bye-bye.